Well, you know, when you're Bobo Jones, I know you're a rookie and you really don't expect a whole lot. And this is one of those poor rookie moves right there. Well, it kind of looked like the 50th tanker kind of pushed into the 44 going into Bobo Jones right there. So Tanker's going to start this wreck in a way, and Ketchum just tried to not really want to turn Bobo there. And oh man, Tanker just got whacked there. There's Sean Ard, and for the moment it was a 3-car incident. Oh wow, Ryan Griffin got a piece right there. There's Schwartz, there's Owen, there's Almeriego. Wow, Matthew Eves trying to avoid it there. There's Onjak. There's Benjamin Thomas. Jake Cook in the 99 got involved. Oh yeah, it was Benjamin Thomas that flipped over. Brandon Krasa trying to get through the wreck, and cars in the rear of the field checking up. Wow, look at Benjamin Thomas. His first race, only a few laps in, and man, he took a wild ride there. Holy cow. I think Patrick Smith and Brandon Krasa, just seen right there, were in the grass there. They actually got by the accident. They were just hitting the brakes there. I have no idea who hit the 51 to flip. No, it may have been Ryan Acosta in the 56 there. Holy cow. First race for Benjamin Thomas, and goes up and over on the roof, and Peter Onjak, Alex Tanker, the same can be said for them. Not a good way to make a debut there. Gary O with a lot of damage in that Pepsi Mercedes there. And then you seen on pit road, there's Almeriego there, but caution's out for the first time today here at Daytona. Sicoli led him after pit stops. Baker out in front. Let's take it back to the green. Pace cars giving us the 1 lap to go. Out of the race include Vince Almeriego, Gary Owen, Alex Tanker, Benjamin Thomas, Bobo Jones, and Peter Onjak. Those are all the drivers out of the race. Top 10 rundown include Cole Baker, Vince Freeze, the 2 that stayed out from pit stops, Joshua Sicoli, Amanda Evans, Adam Garcia, Carter Friesen, Austin Yoakum, Colton Schwartz, Nico Ketchum, and Joseph Srigley complete your top 10. Green flag back underway for Cole Baker. So it'll be interesting to see how the top 2 did not come down pit road, how really it's going to affect their cars there, with everyone mainly getting gas and go, and some taking 2 tires. So a bit of an interesting strategy nonetheless. It's a very oddball move, but who am I to judge? These drivers, they came ready for this here. Let's talk about some drivers we haven't talked about yet. Austin Yoakum, who's in that 54 there. Now last season he was in the 46. And didn't really have much of a season there. And then they basically rebranded the number and then changed the scheme. Kept the sponsor of Peace Tea there. So Austin Yoakum representing right there. Now Carter Friesen and Cole Baker are actually teammates for Friesen Motorsports there. And right now in the top 5 are both the drivers there. Nice job for both of them there. Nico Ketchum making a debut this season. Not really much known about Nico. Now, when Hudson came back to the NRSL, he brought along 2 friends that came with Hudson. Nico was one of them, and Brandon Frazier was another one. Who is... I'm sorry, not Brandon Frazier. Bobby Frazier. I'm sorry. Why am I saying Brandon? I'm thinking of the... Never mind. Bobby Frazier in the 41. So those 2 are brand new altogether, and they're making their Xfinity debuts there. So interesting scenarios there. Joseph Srigley, long-awaited NRSL debut for him, driving in that 0-1 car. Now he's unsponsored in this series, and he will probably be throughout the season. Now I talked to Srigley, he said he just wanted to show that he's just the underdog of the team. He's not really known to be the big major top dog guy, but right now in that Dodge SRT. Strong start there. Now, funny enough, too, is that Dodge is actually making its debut with these cars. Because it never ran last season. Because last season was the debut of this mod with the car set. And it's making its grand debut altogether, as well as BMW. So, crazy enough, hard to believe. And here they are. Now, Mercedes is actually got a part of Bishop Family Racing with the 98 with Andrew Miller. There he is right there, just outside of the top 10 right now in this main pack battle here. And you see Miller, he's got a really good car in that Amp Energy Mercedes. He won in the chase races at, I want to say Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas. Big win, really big momentum. So Keep an eye on Miller there. Leighton Evans in the 12 who's making his debut. Which that car last season under Jonathan Zorlin was a very rough going. In that Critterwind Bank Audi there. So they're definitely looking for redemption altogether. Now there's a big separation. Probably because of the slow cars that were in that area. And this pack literally disintegrated. I think mainly due to the fact of Cook, Schwartz, and Griffin that were up here in the pack that were damaged. And they were way ahead. So it caused a big gigantic separation. And look, they're not even going that fast. They're only going the 160s there. While the rest are at least going 178 and above. Top 12 have broken away. Acosta off the pace. Same with Patrick Smith. There's Sean Ard. There's Skylar Dixon, your champion from last season. He got around the first wreck, but of course, because of what I mentioned earlier, that's really not good for him there. So he's trying to rely on Pollard and others to get some draft there. Nick Breeding, who's making his debut in the NRSL together. In that Arby's Corvette, taking over Jake Baskinger's ride. Madsen Tall, all the NS Racing cars, they got a brand new look aboard. There's Bobby Frazier. Brandon Krasna, part of that new team Outcast Motorsports with him, aforementioned Skylar Dixon and Eli Bright. They were all part of Archangel last season that won the championship, and Knives will definitely be on that team for sure to see if they can keep going. Matthew Eves, he's trying to get up to Nicholas Guerra and others ahead of him, but he's losing that pack a little bit there. Daniel Bouchard, Charles Sanford, they are working together. Eugene Max up here in this pack. There's Derek Hamill, Eli Bright, TJ Haley just off the pace, mainly because of all those cars that mainly blocked the way that were that slow. So they're actually gaining the top 12 right now. Were those three drivers. Actually, because they caught up to Crampton there. Wow, that 92 is way off the pace. I think he's down a cylinder. Oh, look out. Excuse me. And wow, that was a close call right there. They dodged a bullet. And Stapleton and Sanford. Wow, Stapleton. Very risky block. But they're going to dodge chaos. And Charles Sanford going to use the high line to get around Travis Crampton. Man, that car is wickedly slow. I think he's down to cylinders, that 92. Is the King iRacing Chevrolet there. You see, those guys are going to catch up. And while that happens, we're going to work our way back up to the front there. My bad on what's earlier there is the top four ran away. And they're going to catch up to Schwartz, Cook, and Griffin, which those cars are just doggone slow. And Srigley, how about the debut the 01's having? Looking for second. I mean, we are nearing halfway in the race, and Srigley has been looking absolutely terrific so far in that unsponsored Dodge for Srigley Racing. A great debut is the Canadian driver. Just as Srigley Racing, to be exact on the team name there, is top four have broken away, and these guys are now starting to be pack racing again. TJ Hanley and others now starting to be in the pack there. Hanley bringing back corn up and in a newer look there. Now these guys have finally gotten around the 92. At least some of them have, if not all of them. Now the leaders have caught the slow traffic. And this is what's always pressure because these guys are battling, and that's what makes it worse. So now that the pack is going to really, really reemerge, Baker's going to be patient, which I don't blame. Patience is always a virtue with these slow cars there. You just got to be smart. And Baker, oh, he's trying to get out of there. And Sicoli taking full advantage. Will take the lead from Cole Baker. Now these guys are going to have to deal with all three of those guys. They're going to be really, really slow. Baker just really in a very precarious spot there. These guys that are slowing down, that's allowing the next four to catch up. Derek Hamill, I almost said Joshua Osborne, Nicholas Guerra, Eugene Max, and Amanda Evans, as well, if maybe, hopefully, Stapleton, Eves, and Sanford. I don't know about Tang, Tall, and Breeding yet, but they're trying. Man, Griffin just really holding up these drivers. Same for Jay Cook there. Freeze! Oh, wow. Griffin tried to block him, and that was a very risky move. But those guys really needed those 3 lap cars to come in the way. And Schwartz holding up his own teammate of Amanda Evans. Wow. I don't know what that's about there, but Schwartz, I have no idea what he's doing there. Andrew Miller also having difficulty there. Now Amanda's going to get by. That's going to allow Stapleton, Sanford, and Eves to catch up. And man, Schwartz definitely not playing nice in that 60 Dr. Pepper Chevrolet there. That's going to allow Tang, Breeding, and Tall to catch up. Dixon actually just got around both Bobby Frazier and Garrett Cinder, who are actually slower than Dixon, who's been having difficulty with the slow cars. Same with Brandon Cresta and Steve Pollard. The slow cars have not been playing any favoritism there, and now these guys really are starting to get back racy here, as they're going to approach Crampton again as he's off of turn 4. That car's only going 160. 161 to be exact. That car is wicked slow. And let's see if we can find on here, which is one of the new features. Wait a second. It's like, oh, the caution's out. Caution is out, and it's Colt Schwartz and Bobby Frazier. Garrett Cinder. Oh, and that's a caution these leaders did not need at all, as we're at the halfway point. Oh, that changes everything there. Oh, boy. But now comes the question for Cole Baker and Vince Freeze. Do they come down pit road now? Those are the 3 that look like that got destroyed. And Craston, oh! Craston, Pollard, and beat Jay Cook at the line. So they're going to hope. Oh, Reich was on turn 1 there. Let's see if we can find the skid marks. Oh, wow, that was all over turn 1 and 2. Yikes. Oh, and oh, look how these guys are stacking in the back straight. Oh, my goodness gracious. And Matthew Eves, Madison Tall, Skylar Dixon, Ryan Griffin, Jackie Tang all just got absolutely destroyed. And those cars are definitely done. Andrew Miller's got damage. Nathan Stapleton. And Amanda Evans actually is clean. I'm shocked. Charles Sanford involved in the 39 with the rear end. And, oh man, I have no idea what these guys were doing. They were trying to catch up to the field and they just weren't paying attention. Skylar Dixon, your champion. Looks like he's going to be out of the race and an early exit for the Office Depot Chevrolet. And Freeze did not come down pit road. Same for Baker. Very odd to say the least. Carter Friesen out in front. Let's go take a look at for ourselves our second caution today for the NCRA 300. Well, Colton Schwartz there in the 60 has definitely not been playing nice with these lap cars here. And man, he tried to put a block on Nick Breeding in the 2. And Breeding just had enough of him. He just said, you know what? You have been a pain. And he just flat out dumped the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. Madison Tall dodging the ball right there. Oh, Jay Cook and Charles Sanford made some contact up ahead. Oh, there's 2 wrecks that took place. And oh my goodness, Jay Cook just a little tap on the wall, but what a save mostly for the Taco Bell Mercedes. Wow, what a save there by Cook. However, for Schwartz, this is not going to go well for the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet, as here comes quite a few drivers. It's going to start with Garrett Sintner in the 24. Oh, just a hard hit there. Bobby Frazier. Oh, just couldn't avoid the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. And there's where you see the skid marks going on by for the McDonald's Dodge, the Dr. Pepper Chevrolet, and the Exalta Dodge there. Oh, man, what a lick. Breeding actually has some front-end damage because of that. You can see the buckle in that Arby's Corvette. So he definitely is going to pay the price for that one. The leaders, in a way, you got to be thankful they're not dealing with Crampton. But they did not want to deal with getting that yellow. That was an untimely yellow there. Caution's out. Take it back to the green. Well, welcome back. We are past halfway. Crampton one lap down the 92 car, so that's going to be fun for some of the leaders. Out of the race after that one, they include Colton Schwartz, Garrett Sidner, Bobby Frazier. That was from the main accident. And then from the stack-up, Jackie Tane, Jake Cook, Ryan Griffin, Skylar Dixon, and Matthew Eves. All from the stack-up that they were just not paying attention. They just get involved, so the tough break for some of those drivers. So your top 10 rundown, we go back to green flag racing. We'll include Carter Friesen, TJ Hanley, Eli Bright, Joseph Srigley, Jonathan Hoff, Daniel Bouchard, Joshua Sicoli, Adam Garcia, Austin Yoakum, and Cole Baker at your top 10. Top 20 is Nicholas Guerra, Derek Hamill, Eugene DeMax, Malik Nevins, Nico Ketchum, Vince Freeze, Andrew Miller, Nathan Stapleton, Amanda Evans, and Charles Sanford. That completes your top 20. Green flag back underway here at Daytona. And Crampton, remember, he's got that cylinder down. That's just got an issue with one of the tires. Not been going well for the 92. Then actually, let's just see real quick. What they said was the problem for the 92 is one of the new features that we have here in the series. He's got engine damage, so you can see why that car is just absolutely just way off the pace. Now you see cars are going to try to get around both the 97 and the 92. And Stapleton not playing any favoritism at all. And, oh, man. Man, the big losers definitely have to be Acosta, Sean Ard, Patrick Smith, Brandon Cresta. Masson Hall actually has no hood. I didn't even notice the 80 car got involved there in the stack up. So now they've got around mostly the 92 there. I think that was the main car that everyone needed to worry about there. And that's a tough break for Travis Crampton, who definitely had a very miserable season last season there. And now Breeding and others will finally get by the 92. So now that we can do that, we'll work our way to the front of the pack. Daniel Bouchard making his debut out in front in that racy Chevrolet. Now S3, they were originally a two-car team. Excuse me. Where they had James Ellison and Steve Pollard. And now Charles Sanford's taking over the 39 duties for James Ellison, as Ellison will be moving to Cup. And Bouchard is in the brand new 03. And funny enough, the 03, if my memory serves me correctly, in the Xfinity Series, actually is going to make its debut this season. So it's good to see right there. Cole Baker now out in front in that 11 car. Give credit to Friesen Motorsports there. Both the 11 and the 85 are out in front. And for a debut for a two-car team, looking absolutely great right now. Nicholas Guerra trying to help for the reins of what's happened to his teammate Bobo Jones. And Malik Nevins in the 12 for Fisher Motorsports. He's trying to do what he can. Now Malik is his cousin for Ramey and Fisher. So you can tell it's come quite a long way there. Now the funny thing with Malik is the fact that, you know, this is his first start altogether. He had a little bit of a start in the ARCA series at the time before it stopped. So he does have a little bit of that momentum. And Daytona was one of those races, so you can tell they're definitely getting a lot of good experience getting on over here. And here comes TJ Hanley. Now Hanley, the past couple seasons he was in a Chevrolet. And 2 seasons ago he drove the corn-up car. Well, it's back. It's in black and in a Ford. It's got a rainbow spoiler on there. And you can tell, definitely the most vibrant, colorful scheme out there in this field. Definitely having a strong impact. How about Derek Hamill in the 47? I'll tell you what, the 2 rookies that's definitely impressed me so far has definitely been Hamill and Srigley. And both of those drivers have been doing absolutely terrific today. And they're showing it. They're not too far from each other there, too. Malik also has been doing very well for a rookie. He's been dodging the wrecks, and here they are. Hamill looking for third on Nevins. Because right now, Hanley is sticking with the 11 of Baker. I think, oh man, they're already catching Crampton. He is that off the pace. And Madison Tall also off the pace as well. NS Racing not really looking for a good start at all. One of their cars only in that main battle. These guys are mainly within the pack there. Nick Breeden having a little campfire with Patrick Smith, Ryan Acosta, and Sean Ard. Then you see Krasta just riding around with Nathan Stapleton. 63 does have a little buckle on the hood. You can see it right there. That Gear Red Chevrolet. You can see Miller has also not been too pleasant to deal with as well. Kresta about going 3 wide there. Now these guys, Amanda Evans, Steve Pollard, Charles Sanford, and Eugene Max, they got held up from that slow car there. And Crampton now already going to be a factor. These guys already trying to dart down low. And some guys got lucky and some did not. Ooh, Bouchard and Nico Ketchum. That was a close call there. And Nicholas Guerra going to be the big loser. Not really a whole lot of loss, but man, those guys really needed those leaders to be held up a little more there. And thankfully, the leaders got held up a little bit on the back straight. And not a whole loss done there, but now they're going to approach Madison Tall, who's going about 166. Which, if you remember about Crampton, going about the same speed, but without damage. So, that's going to be fun dealing with not one, but 2 times of a car like that. So, I guarantee NS Racing's fans are not going to be too happy about that. Speaking of NS Racing, the man that's trying to carry the team there, Jonathan Hoff, looking to the lead, 3 wide, 3 by 3, heading into turn 3. A bunch of 3s, I know, do it for Dale. And speaking of which, car 33, looking 3 wide for second. But now this is where you're Hoff. You got to tell Tall, block everyone but me. Oh, look out. Now Dice, Friesen and Handler going to get by. Now Tall, very wisely, moves to the outside line and blocks that outside line. Now Hoff, Sicoli, Freeze, and Hamill all working on the inside line. Oh, Bright's trying to look underneath and we'll get by. Now that they're on the back straight, Bright's trying to get that car back going. Didn't have that momentum. Ooh, Tall almost blocks Garcia. And now Nevins, Yoakum, and Baker, once again, still having difficulty with that slow car. These guys finally got around Crampton. And Tall still holding up a few drivers. That's the last place you need to pass a lap car is on the outside line. You won't get your momentum. And Baker and Yoakum definitely the big losers on that one. I mean, Baker's trying, but you can tell he's already losing ground to Malik Nevins in the 12 there. Yoakum now finally going to get by. That's what those 4 needed right there. But probably a little more. Next slow cars they'll approach will be off of turn 1. That's the 4 from earlier. They're not terribly off the pace. That's Sean R., Patrick Smith, Ryan Acosta, and Nick Breeding. But the top 2 got reeled in by Hoff, Freeze, Sicoli, and Derek Hamill. I definitely got to give credit to Hamill and Srigley. They have definitely been the rookies that have been really performing well of the expectations they're listed upon. Here they are. They're definitely really showing it today. Eli Bright, who was the only driver when a part of that team, did not get a win. Here he is in the battle for the win. And we are nearing the end of this race. 6 to go when we cross the line here at Daytona, coming off of turn number 4. Caution comes out with 5 to go. We will at least still finish this race green. Anything after that, it will end under yellow. Hoff out in front. Vince Freeze in second. Joshua Sicoli in third. Hamill up to 4th. Hamill up to 4th. TJ Hanley lurking on for 5th. Now looking under 4th on Derek Hamill. Here comes Freeze looking for the lead. How would it be for Vince Freeze to win today, man? That would be huge. He picked up a win at Charlotte last season. Made the chase. Had a good run throughout the majority of the chase, but then kind of fell apart towards the end. Freeze, a win today would mean a lot to him here. You can see Nevins, Baker, and Ketchum, as well as Pritchard, or not Pritchard, I'm sorry, Yoakum, just that off the pace. As they finally got around tall, these guys, I think they're going to be sitting ducks there. Samper, Evans, Pollard, and Max. And the same could definitely be said for Yoakum. Unless another slow car group is going to come on by, which could be Crampton again, because that car just, wow, that car is so slow. And they're definitely going to approach him. They may approach these four. I am not too certain. But I know they're going to come around the lap traffic one more time. Freeze. He's telling his crew chief and his spotter, where do I need to be? Tell him to get out of the way. At the line. 4 laps to go for Freeze. Here comes Smigley looking for second. I'm telling you, Smigley wins in an unsponsored car. Oh my, I don't even know where to begin here. Smigley now looking for the lead. Here comes the 0-1. Here they come, approaching to Crampton. Buckle up tight, folks. They're going to approach him in 2 in the back straight. And it's going to be Vince Freeze who's not going to get lucky. Smigley gets by. Oh, and Crampton splitting the gap. Sicoli and Hoff going to get held up. Bouchard also going to get held up as well as Friesen. That's what those guys that just got held up a little bit needed. Those 4 are trying so hard, but oh my goodness gracious, Crampton just a human pick right now. I mean, that car is just absolutely slow. Bouchard's going to get wrecked. That's going to be ending the race. Back up to the front we go. Eli Bright out in front. Nicholas Garrett second. Here comes Smigley. Eli Bright. Car number 88, the Budweiser Chevrolet. For Outcast Racing. Outcast Motorsports, excuse me. As they come to 2 laps to go under yellow. Coming to the line. Here comes Smigley looking for the lead. Will he have enough time? Momentum on his side. It's going to be at the line. Eli Bright. There you see the skid marks coming up of turn 1 again. Oh, Malik Nevins got involved in the wreck. There's Bouchard getting passed by, oh, not his teammate. Well, at least one of them, rather. And that will definitely end the race. Cole Baker will still come away just outside of the top 10 after everything that happened. But eyes will be focused on Eli Bright in the 88. Now, I believe if he comes down this time, he won't win the race. If he comes down next time, I think he will still be able to win, but I don't want to be too sure there, folks. We'll look at what brought ourselves our final caution for the 3rd time here in a bit. But this looks like this may be your winner for today's race, folks. Eli Bright in car number 88. You know, it's funny for Outcast Motorsports, the team that they were on earlier, that was the only car that didn't get to win for Archangel. Came short at Kansas, his home track. As Vince Freeze is coming down pit road. Cole Baker. Oh, remember those were the 2 that stayed out the whole entire time. Oh, that's going to be heartbreak for them there. As this is the white flag lap they're going on right now. So I believe the top 10 will now be, or 11 now will be, or actually no, 10 this is going to be the max, I think. I think if everything cycles out, oh no, it's Yoakum, I think, huh? Wow. And I want to say that wreck is mainly going to be in due with how that 982 was on by. We kind of seen it with Bouchard, but man, that's a tough break right there. Again, we will be looking at the replay in a bit. But there you see Vince Freeze and Cole Baker coming off of pit road. Got a feel for Freeze. He didn't come down that second time, and that mistake's going to haunt him right there. Same for Baker. So let's showcase some other drivers there. NNSCRA right now in the podium in third. Derek Hamill, also in his debut, will come away fourth. What a great debut for that Go Neum Racing Chevrolet there. A great effort for that 47 team. Adam Garcia going to come away in fifth there. Going to continue that momentum there from last season. TJ Hanley will get sixth. Sicoli, Corvette debut, will be the best for the team. Will come away seventh. Jonathan Hoff survived the chaos. He'll come away eighth. Great run for that AutoZone Charter Chevrolet. Carter Friesen will come away ninth in that SunTrust Toyota there. And Austin Yoakum, that move for the 54 really helped out for the most part. Looks like he'll come away 10th. But right now, as they're coming off of turn 3, heading off of turn number 4, he barely beat out Joseph Strigley, and it looks like he's going to do it. Winless last season under that 18 car for Archangel Racing, and here he is in the 88 Budweiser Chevrolet. Couple of Dale Jr. mixes. Checker flag in hand. Eli Bright is a first-time winner in the NRSL. He wins the NNSCRA 300 at Daytona. And will get the job done for Outcast Motorsports, getting a win in their debut. What a job. I guarantee you, Brandon Crasta and the rest of the others, they got to be going nuts right now, celebrating a huge victory for the team. Unbelievable. So now that we see who won, let's quickly step aside and look what brought on our final caution here at Daytona. Well, I guarantee a lot of people are going to go after Travis Crampton after this race, and this kind of really wasn't a surprise there. Holds up Bouchard and Friesen right here. See Cole Baker, Friesen's teammate, trying to go on the outside line. Same for Malik Nevins. And Bouchard, I don't know if he just tried to block or something, but it was just a bad move, and Baker just had a huge head of steam and just dumped the 0-3. Friesen's going to avoid that mess right there. Then you're going to see a couple of other drivers get involved, including Malik Nevins and Nico Ketchum. Now, thankfully, all those drivers actually are confirmed crossing the line and finishing the race. And the thankful part for the 44 of Ketchum is the fact that she actually went back out on the track while spinning out. And thankfully, Yoakum was nowhere closer, because if he was right there, he would have just gotten whacked. So this was a very mild wreck, but could have been a lot worse there. But nonetheless, that's where we brought ourselves our third and final yellow of the race. Strigley almost won this race. Got to give him credit there, and then 0-1 there. Definitely a great job nonetheless. But Eli Bright, victorious here at Daytona. Let's get you back to the finishing results for today's race. Alrighty, guys, here's a look at your full finishing results. As you can see, 26 cars finished the race on the lead lap, 28 on the track, and then 29th on down. All out of the race after a result of everything that happened here at Daytona. What a wild race this was altogether. But here we are. We're here. The season has started for the Xfinity Series. Season 10 is going to go out with a bang with a Chevrolet winning the big 300 right here. And Eli Bright definitely got it done there. So congrats to Outcast Motorsports on getting the job done. Or Autosports, excuse me. I'm thinking Motorsports. I don't know why, but Autosports there. Getting the job done. They'll get their first career win, and it'll be under Eli Bright. So now all three of those drivers now have a win under their belt in the NRSL. They'll get it done. So, for the NNSCRA 300, this is your boy D Young signing off here for the NRSL. If you like, make sure you give a like, comment, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Daytona 500, the 9th annual, presented by Kev Shears Triggerness. Until then, goodbye, everybody, for the Xfinity Series here at Daytona. And for the Xfinity Series, we will see you next week, which will be over at Chicagoland. Until then, goodbye, everybody.